if you're using calendars to book customer appointments or just managing your own personal calendar, you're going to really enjoy using this feature. But a few things that we need to do to make sure that you're set up to properly use the calendars. The first thing to note is there's two places to go to get into your calendar settings. The first place is calendars and calendar settings, or you can go into settings and click calendars inside of your settings and it'll take you to the right place. Again, I'll go back, calendars. If I click calendar settings, it takes you to the same place. So you'll have your calendar settings, your preferences, your availability, and your connections. We want to make sure that we have our team users availability set up first. If you plan on attaching a team member or yourself to a calendar, you want to go into My Staff, and when you open up or edit the My Staff or have your team edit, they want to go in here, and when you scroll all the way down, it's going to say user availability. This is going to be very important to set the user or the staff or team members availability inside your system, because if they are only available here, it's going to hinder some of the calendar events, where if this team user is only available, let's say Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, then in the round robin calendar, when we get to it, it'll move it to the next team member who is available. So let's say they only work on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but they're off on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, but you have another staff member that is working on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. You want to make sure that each of your staff members has their availability in, especially when it comes to round robin calendars. If this person is booked, it rotates to the next staff member. So making sure that all of your staff members are set up and their user availability is set up is one of the first things that you want to do. The next thing that you want to make sure that you do is that you integrate a payment option, and that would be if you plan on collecting funds for booking appointments. You want to make sure you go into settings, you'll want to go into your integrations, and then you want to connect your Stripe payment here, or if you go into payments and you go into integrations, this is where you can select other payment options: Stripe, Authorized Net, NMI, and PayPal. If you do plan on getting those payments for any booked appointments, rentals, anything that is going to be related to one of the calendars that you select with regards to payments, be sure to connect that first. And then finally, you want to make sure that you have access to your Google Meet, your Zoom link, if you're doing online meetings. And the other thing that you're going to want to make sure that you have set up or have access and available is making sure that you have your Google Calendar, your Outlook calendar, or your iCloud calendar. So that way, once you get your calendar set up, you can integrate with those: the Google Workspace, your Google Free Gmail, an Outlook, or your iCloud for Apple. There are limitations when it comes to syncing. Looks like Google Workspace seems to work great with two-way syncing. You can do this first by going into the staff or the person's profile, and all they need to do is make sure that they integrate or log into their calendar settings. And they'll see the calendar configuration right here as soon as it's configured to that staff member. Integrations, make sure your team calendars are set up, their user availability is ready to go, your payment is connected, whether it be PayPal, Stripe, NMI, or Authorized Net, and you want to make sure that you have your Google Meet or Zoom link if you plan on doing online meetings. And finally, making sure that you've got your Google, Outlook, or iCloud ready and attached as well, so that way you can get the full benefits of utilizing the calendar. So let's get started learning everything you're going to want to know about calendars.